Hey guys. Okay. A lot of big message is what I'm feeling. Okay, I just got through running. I'm sorry. And then I came in and tried to sit down and started meditating a little bit. There's definitely a big message here that's trying to push through tonight. I don't know what it is. I'm only being told that this is going, there's definitely some changes I feel like that are coming up very strongly. I really, really feel like a lot of things are about to be like, if your head has felt kind of in a whirlwind, I really feel like a lot of things are about to get super clear for you. In fact, what I was getting was almost like uncomfortably clear. So, what I took from that, and by the way, I'm sure, we all would rather have the truth, right? Or clarity on particular situations. So, my thought on that is maybe it's uncomfortable and having to see the truth. Maybe if there's a betrayal, maybe that has something to do with it, and perhaps seeing what all has been involved in the situation. I don't feel good about whatever this has been. I was also told that there would be an opportunity here just to decide. I think you get to decide um, what you want to do with it, if you're able to kind of forgive that. I definitely feel very strongly there's going to be a big shock factor to whatever is coming forward. I don't even know if this is the way of somebody coming to you, or if you just finally get, I do think you're going to know about it in some way. I don't know if somebody here is tied to some kind of school too, or college, or maybe a teacher. I don't know if this is maybe for you, or maybe you know somebody that is that way. I definitely felt like an institution, someone in an institution or something like that, but I don't know why I was feeling more, I don't know, school, maybe it's school, I guess it could be like middle school or something like that, but I was feeling more college for some reason. What's the time? Okay. All right, so I think what I'm getting, hang on, let me check the time real quick. I'm seeing it on my other clock. Okay, so it's going into 12 o'clock now, so I don't know. I don't know, maybe that's relevant to 12 o'clock, maybe the number 12, but also I'm getting that in like a time or a date or something like that. Anyway, I want to see, I just want to kind of see what this is, because I could feel like I overwhelm it with this. I don't know if this is you just feeling like, oh my God, this is finally over, or I finally have clarity, or this is finally coming to a head. There's a big truth factor, a big truth bomb, maybe even, that's kind of coming through with it, that may kind of throw you off a little bit. Maybe it's not something that you thought, or I feel like this is involving, I got to be honest with you, either relationships, that could be anything, that could be familial, that could be with friends. It could be people around you. I don't know why I'm getting a very strong pull, and I don't want to spend much energy in this one if it doesn't come up in the cards, of course, but I have a feeling that it might. And that is the things that have been going on with maybe people trying to harm another person. Hopefully that is not the case here, but I just feel that, I guess because I was feeling like I think I was feeling like, because there's such a big kind of shock to it, that maybe it's like, well, maybe I had this wrong, or maybe it's not who I thought, or something along those lines. I don't know. We're going to get into it and just kind of see, just kind of take it as it resonates, guys. I always tell y'all this, I know, but it deems repeating. I'm just saying that from the comments sometime. There's no possible way every single reading, obviously, right, is going to relate to you or resonate with you. Just take the parts that do, okay? When you're doing readings for the collective, you're going to be picking up on a lot of different energies, and everybody's story, although there may be similarities, they're not going to be exact. That would be impossible, right? All right, Spirit, where do we want to start at tonight? Midnight in Montgomery. Okay, let's see. Death. I'm telling you, something's coming to a head here. Something is coming. I just feel it so strongly. The messages were so strong. Now, obviously, anytime I run, I always feel clearer afterwards anyway, but it was just kind of pushing me. Look at this. Oh. Transmute. This has been a timing thing, okay? I think some of you guys have been kind of, first of all, there's definitely something you're about to put behind you, you know, and we're seeing this anyway with that 7-7 portal, although I really feel like it started right before I left, and I left on 6:30, so I think that there's being a shift. There's obviously a shift out of this, whatever this old energy has been, whatever this toxic energy has been, into a much better energy. Okay, something is definitely transmuting and allowing you to kind of step fully in your power. I'm just kind of noticing that power card too. It almost looks to me like, you know, that is kind of holding, I could be wrong obviously, but it looks to me like that is kind of holding well, kind of looks like a snow globe, but I'm going to call it a crystal ball, right? This is something that whatever you're seeing, whatever this clarity is that is actually coming through, that's what I'm telling you. It's going to allow you to either, it's for sure going to allow you to move on, but I think it's going to take a moment of processing and kind of transmuting, you know, maybe any remaining energy here. You're at the tail end of something. I feel it. I've been feeling it, but the message tonight was very, very strong. What I didn't expect was this level of illumination coming and kind of falling at your feet. You know, you're definitely about to have either something very factual and tangible that you can see or recognize, so that you can see kind of what's taking place here or what's been going on here. I do feel like it's something that you may have been, perhaps you've been a little bit disillusioned about it or not completely knowing what was going on, but maybe you felt it, or maybe you had signs in some way. That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, let's keep going. I think I'm going to pull, I don't know why, I'm going to pull for this. We know this Quadavian Tarot can get a bit crazy, right? But I'm feeling, here, let me take this La Llorona card. I don't want to talk about her anymore. Okay, what is this about, Spirit? Oh, I thought something trying to, wait, did that flip? It did flip. Oh my God, look at that. This is the card that you just heard flip. Sorceress, yeah. All right. So it could definitely be about that. I was feeling a lot of kind of a negative pull, a very heaviness in the energy, and I just had a feeling it was probably definitely going to, not definitely, but most likely going to be about something like that. Yeah, there's some kind of rebirth that is happening here, okay, within you. I have communion as well. I'm going to assume that this is due to your communion, okay? Your communion here with Spirit, you becoming more spiritually aligned, okay? You transforming yourself, okay? So we have a sorceress here. Okay. This is so interesting. I'm asking about the sorceress and I immediately get wilderness, but look at these out in the wilderness. It's kind of a dark deck, isn't it? Yeah, you definitely had somebody all over you, and this is a very, very dark kind of card here. I just think that you certainly had someone all... I'm sorry, guys, this is going to go a little bit dark. I have to get the message out because I don't think that anything would come through if it didn't need to obviously come through. This is for you guys, of course, not me. So I just need to read the energy here, so just bear with me, okay? I think that there is... there was a lot of dark stuff coming through. Okay, a lot of dark stuff here. This is obviously quite dark. Somebody could be doing that literally outside. Do they still do that? I guess they may, because we see here like the wilderness and kind of being outside, being wild. I see several people here. I also see entities, okay? So this is somebody that might be sending, you know, I mean, I hate to, I'm just going to say it, whatever. I'm going to stop saying I hate to say it. This, you know, they could be sending entities for that matter. Or they could have been doing that. All right. I think this person is paid. I don't necessarily know this is somebody who's practicing. I guess they could be, but for some reason I'm getting almost like a paid here. It has something to do with your rebirth process and the fact that you seem so close to, yeah, I think it's that you seem so close to source here. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, whoever this is, I feel like they're getting some kind of consequences at this time, or they're about to get loaded down with some consequences. I don't just feel like this is somebody who, wow, you, oh my God. There's their consequences. So whatever entities they were sending towards you, it looks like these things are actually being moved back to them. I want you to be kind of just on your P's and Q's when it comes to this, okay? Just make sure that you're staying in alignment here. It says that you're coming out centered here under the powered card. I think you're under, first of all, you're heavily, heavily protected at this time. And it looks to me like you have a lot of power that's around you, a lot of powerful, I don't want to say entities, but you do. You have a lot of powerful spirits, I'll just say, that are around you, okay? Yeah, this person is definitely getting a lot of consequences here. Incidentally, for some reason, I don't think this was just directed at you. I feel like there's more than one person at play here. We'll see who's involved, but I am very, very drawn to a female energy right now for some reason. Yeah. I don't know why. We'll see. Anyway, I want you to stay firm here in whatever your spiritual quest has been. Stay in communion here with Source, it looks like, and continue on with your rebirth here. We have a stalker, okay? And I know that this person, okay, is trying to see if what they have done to you, how it's resulted in, mostly because they almost feel a little bit obsessive here. But the obsession portion is because things are coming back, okay? When you're in that kind of energy, especially if you were trying to make another person anxious or something like that, obsessive, and it's coming back, they're going to experience everything that you've experienced. Like I said, you've got a lot of not only do you have a lot of protection, I kind of feel like they're chomping at the bits here, okay? So I think this may have been a long time coming. I don't know why I'm getting the number 7 now. I don't know if that's 7 years, 7, months, 7 weeks, whatever, that this has been going on. This person is definitely watching you to see if anything has kind of landed. They want to see kind of how you're doing through this. They also may feel like great. They also feel like you may know something about them. Well, it's definitely being exposed for sure. You may know something about them. Yeah. But they're watching you quite closely here is what I'm feeling. With the Tree of Life here, I guess this could be somebody in your family, or this could be somebody who feels like you messed with their family in some way, shape, or form, okay? This person could be very, very destructive, but for some reason I feel like maybe they come off a bit like they're righteous, right? I'm a good person, I'm this, I'm that, I fight for causes, blah, 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 but yet this is a person, and maybe they do fight for causes, I don't really know. All I can see here is that this person seems to be someone who hides their demonic ways, obviously, very carefully here, yeah. They're getting chaos in their life right now. It's definitely coming through. I don't know if this person is afraid of it. Maybe they are a widow already. That could definitely be the case. The Sorceress, maybe they're already a widow here, or they're afraid of being a widow, or even an unmarried person is what I'm feeling here. Yeah, because look, something is absolutely coming, being highlighted. That's the way the whole reading started here. Something is coming out. Something is being highlighted now, and I think it's due to whatever power this is that you're actually sitting in here. Okay, so everything that this may be a fight that you are well aware of, honestly. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I feel like this is going back a little ways. Yeah, this fight could have started. Now I'm getting the number 15. Now that sounds like a lot. So I don't know why that's coming through. Maybe it's relevant in some way. But this could be a fight that's been going on for quite some time now, okay? Somebody wanted power over you. It looks like now you're kind of getting that victory. We see the power card here as well. You're transmuting all that negative energy, but it's also allowing you to come into a place of clarity here and have everything illuminated. Now, maybe everything is being illuminated and that's going to bring you clarity, but it could also be coming as a result of you just merely transmuting some energy. Like I said, you have a lot of others that seem to be around you. Yeah, you definitely have a lot of others that seem to be around you right now that are trying to help you here. Look at this. We have journey. Interesting. So I don't know if you're going on some kind of journey or somebody here is planning on going on some kind of journey here. This could have been part of your path, part of your journey to have to go through this so that you could really fully stand in your power, understand that what you're about, what your path is about. Okay. Learn how to transmute this in some way. Maybe whatever this involves, maybe this is going to make you, I don't know, a more powerful healer or a more powerful person in some way, shape, or form. Definitely more tuned in, I feel like, to who you are spiritually here. So maybe it's part of your spiritual journey in some way, shape, or form here. Wow. Okay, definitely seeing the offering on the bottom here. So what this is, clearly. What I'm talking about is very heavy, and honestly, for those of you who aren't going through it and don't want to know about it, and maybe it will, mess with your psyche, you may want to just go ahead and turn off, because I can already see with that offering card that this is probably not going to be one of my nice and positive readings, okay? I think it's going to be a little bit darker tonight, unfortunately. All right, but it's got to come out. All right, Spirit, I'll try to make it as pleasant as possible. Can't promise you anything. Let's take a look. What is this about, Spirit? Why don't we just look at who this person is that it has been trying to affect you? Trying to affect you, trying to affect your energy. Somebody could be getting a divorce. Look at this. Wow, you can't. Okay. High Priestess in reverse. Oh my God. Devil straight up. This wicked heifer. Look. Eight of Wands in reverse. Didn't I tell you something was going backwards? Something is definitely going back. It's returning to center. They're actually receiving, it looks like, the chaos that they were probably trying to send to you here. Yeah, see, this is what they're watching you. They're trying to get some kind of clarity because they don't have any clarity on the situation here. We definitely have somebody here who has been playing or hiring somebody here. This is certainly somebody who hires people or even plays in dark magic themselves here. That's very clear. This is dark energy. This is not light energy. You also see with the devil energy here that this person seems highly obsessed with you for some reason. Okay, they could be on drugs, alcohol. I'm not really getting that okay, so this person does take some kind of, I don't know why I'm feeling sedatives. Maybe they have issues sleeping or something like that, or maybe something for anxiety. This is interesting, actually. Okay, so there could be some kind of drugs here that are involved. I don't think that's what's doing that. This seems to be more of an obsession. I'm watching you very, very closely, trying to see what's happening here. Look at these eyes, too. Maybe they're not getting a whole lot of rest, or maybe they feel like they're not getting a whole lot of rest. I can tell you that right now they feel like their life is being impacted heavily. I don't know if their job's been affected, or I definitely feel like finances are being impacted in some way. Yeah, this person is definitely, they're trying to watch you. They're trying to assess what has been done here and how much you know as well. Thank you, Spirit. So that's probably why. I don't know why they put me in the middle of this mess. Okay. Look at this. Is this about a relationship? Okay. This person, they don't want you to get the truth. They don't want you to get the truth about something here. And I feel like they don't want somebody to choose a different... Please tell me this is not about a relationship. Oh my God. Okay, so this person doesn't want you to get the truth about something. They don't want someone to walk away or choose a path here. It looks like in a new direction. In fact, I think they're trying to stop someone, or they may be trying to stop someone, so maybe they're doing this to them as well, from doing that. Okay, so this could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, the person, because they are in the upright position, that is dealing with this high priestess here in reverse here. So you have somebody here that is trying to be, it could be an air sign, doesn't have to be, it could be someone that has worked also in some kind of field around maybe legal law, even corrections. Maybe they could work in any kind of field related to that, it looks like. This is a person that uses their mind a lot. Maybe they're more logical in nature, trying to stay out of their feelings a little bit more, really think things through here. This is definitely about a relationship. Good. Okay, let's keep going. This could be a good business person, but this is somebody who maybe they work a lot with facts, or they like to get the facts in some way. Yeah, look. Oh my God, this is about a relationship. So this is somebody that's really fighting very hard, because maybe they know somebody here with this King of Cups has emotions for someone else, and they're planning on, they feel like maybe they're trying to stop something for them. They don't want to move forward. They feel like if this person, I don't know why they don't want this person to have the truth, or maybe they don't want you to have the truth here, is what I'm feeling. They're definitely trying to skew the truth here, because they don't want two people to actually move forward. Okay, I do have two kings here as well. I'll clarify, I think these kings, but I'm really thinking this is the same energy I'm reading for. I just have someone here that's very... All right, this person can come across as a bit cold, and maybe they are being a bit cold to this high priestess here in reverse. Non-emotional about things, but they are really, I think, thinking about things, and maybe thinking about a life elsewhere here. With this Wheel of Fortune energy, they could be, you know, just trying to, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're waiting on their ships to come in some way. You know, maybe it's money, or I don't know why I just got inheritance. I have no idea where that came from. Something like that. Some kind of money to come in. Maybe, okay, maybe even a job. Maybe they're trying to get a job elsewhere as well. It's something like this. They're definitely trying to turn something in their favor. But somebody knows that their emotions, the reason they're being so cold is because their emotions are elsewhere. Remember, this is a high priestess in reverse. So this is somebody who is probably using anything they can, including readings, okay, to try and get the information on them. Okay, what does this have to do with my collective spirit? Okay, yeah, this, didn't I say you're going to feel like, wait a minute, that's not who I thought it was? Look at this, okay? The sun upright illuminates things. The sun in reverse, all right, means that you're not seeing things. You don't know all the facts here is what I'm getting, whoever this is for. I mean, if you know all the facts in your situation, obviously it's not for you. You don't know all the facts here about some kind of separation. You don't know all the facts here. There could have been... I feel like you don't know all the facts about what's going on. Look, the Hermit upright is someone who has perspective. The Hermit in reverse is someone that doesn't have all the facts. They just don't. Somebody feels stuck in their situation. I don't think you even know this. This could be somebody who cares about you, or somebody, is this friends, family? I don't know. This could be somebody even that you have dealt with that really has cared about you, that feels very stuck, that feels isolated, that is in their head quite a bit. Maybe you've been in your head quite a bit over this, trying to figure something out. Maybe this is what this high priestess in reverse is trying to say here. Maybe they feel like you don't know everything. That's why they've been watching you to see if you knew more, right? I'm telling you, you have somebody that feels stuck in a situation that loves you. Okay, I feel like they have love for some kind of earth angel here, some kind of temperance angel here. Look, and they want some kind of new start here. You don't know all the facts around this situation. You may not know who is all involved. Look at this. But you're about to know, because somebody is trying to come out. Oh my God. Lovers. Somebody's not given up on something. Somebody has not given up on something. And with this Lovers card here, this definitely looks to me like, I feel like, because we have a 7 of coins in the past, this is definitely somebody you may have been with in the past. It's a Lovers situation, right? Maybe this person made some kind of choice in the past to be with someone else. Maybe they were already with someone else when you were with them, something along those lines, that they chose not to invest here. I definitely feel like this person, they've not wanted this to end. They're trying to keep something here from ending here regarding some kind of earth angel here, but they feel stuck in a situation. Something's impacting their money. Let's see why they feel stuck here. Why does this person feel stuck, Spirit? They're trying to figure out a way out here. Okay, so this might involve some kind of apology. Maybe they also have a child at home. Wow. Okay, well, why do they feel stuck with this? I mean, that they feel stuck because, what, they love you? Maybe they feel like you're not going to accept their apology. You know what's weird is, because when I was getting the messages before, what I was saying was you're going to be able to decide if you want to forgive this and move on, or, you know, whatever. And now we're obviously seeing this here. Okay, so this person feels very stuck because they know that they have to come forward. They have all these emotions here. I'm gonna have to dig into this a little more, because I feel like they have all these emotions here for this Queen of Coins. Okay, energy. So somebody who is obviously in very stable energy. Okay, this could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. I'm sorry. Female here. So this could definitely be that somebody has all these emotions. They know that it's going to take an apology here. Maybe that's scaring them. I just said this person may lack resources. They may lack money at this time. Maybe, you know, this is an investment. A job is an investment. Maybe they don't even have a job at this time, or something like that. Maybe the job is not paying too much, or something along those lines. And they feel like they have all of this for somebody here who is quite stable, it looks like. Somebody that is very nurturing and loving. This could certainly be a mother. This is somebody who does quite well in their business life as well. Okay, so, all right. So why would that make them feel stuck? What is keeping them in this Eight of Swords energy? Oh my God, look at this mess. Magician. Whatever is being done here, you know, somebody is really going through it. Look, they're having, okay. This person might be quite down. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this is coming out tonight. Okay, so there's definitely some kind of magic that's being done. I think we've well established that, okay? Something is keeping this person feeling not only financially depleted here. Like I said, it could be that they don't have any resources, or they feel that they don't have any resources. Maybe their money or job has been impacted in some way. But I think this person might also feel, maybe they would also feel spiritually, you know, or emotionally. There's something about, maybe they're emotionally depleted as well. That could also be why they're coming across here in this King of Swords energy. Spiritually as well, though. What is the connection here with this High Priestess and this King of Swords, King of Cups energy, please, Spirit? Okay, you're going to come out. Let's try that again. What is the connection here? What is that? Six of Wands in reverse. What's the connection here? King of Wands energy. First of all, you have 3 kings out here. Okay, almost got an emperor going. I hope this person was not working with this High Priestess energy in reverse here. So that King of Wands energy, I'm sorry, with that Six of Wands energy here in reverse. This is definitely somebody who could have felt very kind of down on their luck. Maybe this is a person that's used to getting a lot of recognition. Maybe they're used to be, yeah, this is definitely somebody that, I don't know if they had a fall from grace is what I want to say. Some kind of fall from grace, or maybe lost a job, lost the respect of other people in some way. And perhaps that is how they got involved with this High Priestess energy now. But you notice that King of Wands is upright. Or maybe this High Priestess is why they fell from grace in some way. Maybe this is why, if they lost their job, or if they lost respect or something like that, lost friend. I mean, it could be anything like that. But, you know, obviously the Six of Wands upright is definitely all about being seen, being respected, being in high regard in some way. And that is in reverse. So I think this person is afraid. There might be some fear here. This person might be in fear here that something's going to happen. That's what keeps them feeling kind of out in the cold. Because maybe this person is already, I don't know if this is their wife or someone they're in or with or something like that. Like, I need to depend on you just for my finances for, this sounds crazy, but this is exactly what I'm getting here. I think there's a little bit of fear here. So this person has a lot of emotions. That's quite clear here. It looks like it's for someone else, but it looks like they feel very stuck in that, although they're determined not to let something in here. It looks like they think about, you know, this love. There's a lot of cups out here, you know, this love, this, and maybe they're thinking about doing some kind of apology. Perhaps something was actually done in the past that they feel like they have to come clean about. But there is something here that is making them feel I feel like it might be a fear thing, or okay, it's either a fear thing, or since they did come after you, maybe it has something to do with that. Because if this person was involved in that and try to make that happen, that would speak volumes about why they feel like they're going to have to come clean before anything can be done. I'm going to go back to the messages I was getting at the very beginning, that you are about to be shocked. And I was feeling that very, very strongly. Okay, everything is going to come in clear view. I don't know if somebody's going to come clean, or you're just going to get clarity on exactly what has been taking place with you and who all was involved. But I felt it very, very strongly, and the message was super clear that you would be stunned, because although you may have known some of it, you may not have known the full extent of it. Okay, I don't know if this person lost their job or fell from grace in some way, and maybe, you know, maybe they turned to this person, or maybe they were already with this person and they kind of teamed up. I don't know why they would do that to you, because there's obviously a lot of love. If that is not the case, then perhaps this person already had a hand in someone else losing their job, or losing respect from other people. Okay, because I definitely feel like they've lost some kind of, or they feel perhaps like I feel like they've had some kind of fall from grace here. Let me grab another deck. I'm already at 34 minutes. Wow, okay, let's just keep going till the energy runs the course here. All right, Spirit. What do we want to ask here? I want to ask what this apology is about. What is this apology about here for the collective? Somebody could have stayed in a situation due to some kind of resistance to change here. Somebody could have been stuck in the past over something here, just basically repeating some kind of negative habits here. Now I'm being told alcohol as well, so maybe alcohol was also in this fusion here. I was getting anxiety, meds before or something along those lines. I think I said sedatives. Yeah, somebody has been doing that here. They've had, it's almost been like, it's not an inability to change. It feels like an unwillingness to really change, just feeling very stuck, stagnant. I feel like this person has really needed to do some purging, some growing, something like that. You're noticing they keep showing up here right in the upright position. But instead, they've just been kind of repeating some kind of negative patterns here. This was definitely some kind of collaboration here. You had people working against you, okay? Yeah, they had some kind of shared goal. It looks like wow, somebody has to apologize. So somebody wants to come clean, or somebody is thinking about how to apologize to you for something that has happened here. I don't know if this has impacted I don't know if it's impacted your family, if it's impacted your pentacles in some way, your money. Okay, maybe maybe they were trying to do that, but this collaboration could have been with someone's family here. It could have been someone's family actually coming against you in some way. Yeah. Yeah. Because maybe they saw that you were, I don't know if you were getting promotions here, new jobs, promotions. You were obviously getting very stable in your life, very prosperous, and somebody didn't want to see that happen. Did you leave someone behind and they were just bitter? Because honestly, I feel like they've had a lot of things that have went on potentially in their life, but I think it has to do with who's been around them. Okay, but they were a part of it. But I keep wanting to go back to the fact that the kings are upright. I don't think this is a bad person. I do think this is one of those things where you better be careful about who you're around. I don't care how long you've known them. They're not good. They're definitely not good. And that's what I feel here. Yeah, look at that. Oh my God. I think you walked away from someone here. You moved on. I feel like you got some kind of new job, some kind of new prosperity. People may be offering you things. Maybe they saw that. Maybe this was the person that expected you to be there for them, but yet they were resisting change. You could have actually given them an ultimatum or just said to them, I'm moving on, or I don't want this, or I don't know. I feel like this person was very angry about that. But not only that, for some reason, I feel like whoever this masculine was, they could have been holding on to resentment from a lot of things for some reason here. Yep. Now they're getting some kind of clue. Now they're getting some kind of clue. Now they've been introspecting. Now they've been going into their inner world. Maybe they're on some kind of spiritual journey themselves. Maybe something's been illuminated here after some soul searching. Okay. And now this person is thinking about clearly coming through with some kind of apology here. But I'm going to be honest, they are not at their best. They do not feel like they're at their, like they're at their best. They're definitely lacking confidence about this. They could certainly feel a lot of inner turmoil. They don't know how you're going to react, and you could fly off the handle. I'm not, just with what I'm seeing here, my goodness, this is a lot to take. But for some reason, I feel like I'm dealing with somebody here who has a high degree of spirituality. You may even be a high priestess upright, of course. So you may just take it all in, to be fair. And then make a decision. You know what I'm saying? Not let them see any, I don't know. I just feel like you're keeping stuff in for some reason. That's, that is definitely high priestess energy. This person is definitely in a lot of self-doubt. I feel like This is the sad part. Whatever has happened with this situation, I think it has impacted this person. It's definitely impacted them. It's impacted their resources. It's impacted their money. I feel like it could have impacted a job. There's been some kind of fall from grace. There's been some kind of respect that has been taken away from someone here. And I just think that maybe they're feeling inadequate with that, you know. Maybe this is a person that really grasped on to those things. You know, a lot of men do that as well, right? They feel like, and maybe women are that way. I'm not that way, but they do feel like, you know, my life revolves around what I do, or, you know, that dictates who I am. That's all BS. All right. Of course, you're actually so much more than what you do, so much more than what you do, okay, for a living generally. So I think this person is feeling quite incapable. So let's see how this Queen of Coins is going to... Well, first of all, let me see what the movement is. So is there any movement on this? What is this? What is this person, these kings here? What is their next move, Spirit? Alignment. Not being distracted. They're getting full clarity here. Full clarity is being restored to them as well. You can't fucking make this up. This person has got one thing on their mind, and it looks like it's this Empress, okay? Somebody wants to care and nurture for something. Okay. It's a powerful message coming through tonight, guys. So they have this Empress on their line. They're ready to create. They're ready to care for and nurture something here. They're definitely thinking about someone's sensuality, someone's beauty here. Some divine feminine energy here. And this person's going to take action. Their next move is they're in this chariot, okay? And we know who drives the chariot, right? The Emperor. So we have an Empress here with an Emperor in the chariot here, okay? There's a lot of determination here to move forward. They're taking action here, all right? Maybe trying to take control of a situation that they feel brings them complete happiness and complete emotional fulfillment here. They feel like this is a divine love, or they see this as some kind of divine love. Look, you're getting truth. Your clarity is coming. Okay, whatever you decide to do with it, your clarity is coming. Maybe somebody is being held accountable here, or maybe this is telling me that these kings are, this Emperor in this chariot here, is being accountable. I do know some truths are definitely coming out, okay? I also feel with this Justice card, although that doesn't really relate to here, I definitely feel like karmic justice is happening here for whoever this High Priestess in reverse is as well. Somebody's getting left out, but they're also getting a boatload of consequences here. Wow, look at this. And it could be this Queen of Cups in reverse here. So this Cancer energy. So this is a person that, I mean, honestly, do I really need to get into it too much? This is someone who maybe plays the victim quite a bit. I kind of said that earlier, didn't I? I kind of touched on that. This is someone that's like, oh my God, I'm so great. I'm righteous. I do things the right way, blah, blah, blah. They're in this very loving, kind of giving energy to everybody. And then behind the scenes, they have this other side here as well. This is someone who's highly codependent as well. Very needy. Yeah, they're coming out in reverse here. So this is definitely somebody that would use that kind of manipulation, and maybe has used that manipulation to perhaps even keep a situation together, or to keep somebody where they needed them, especially with the codependence part here, because Queen of Cups in reverse is definitely quite codependent. Maybe they needed this person for money, or maybe they used that, you know, you need me, because it looks like somebody here is lacking resources here. And I believe that was the male here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they do not want something here to complete. That's the Justice. That's what it is. That is the Justice. Somebody's coming. Somebody's about to bring you clarity. I know it. I just know it in my heart. You know, somebody's about to bring you clarity here. And it's about some Queen of Cups here energy in reverse, or somebody in that energy. Doesn't have to be a Cancer, but could be. Um, yeah, because they have to bring some kind of harmony. I don't know if they're, I mean, they have a lot of love, so I'm gonna assume they're coming because maybe they want to try and repair something. But more than anything, I feel like it's almost like this need. Remember, we have a divine love here. So there's kind of this need here. We have the lovers as well as the Ten of Cups. So there's definitely a need to try and bring some kind of balance or piece something back together. um, Try to bring something back into harmony. This person has suffered a lot. My gosh, I am getting super emotional suddenly. I'm not saying anything that they've done here is right, and certainly I don't know how they treated you. Maybe that was really, really wrong as well. I feel like there could have been a lot of love here. Maybe it was just a friendship, but I definitely feel this could have been a very intense connection at one particular time. I think this person has been through quite a bit, and they've also had to evaluate quite a bit as well, because I think they've had a lot of upheaval that's kind of been residual, to be honest with you, for a little while now. Okay, all right, Spirit, how is my collective going to take this situation? I think you're going to be holding back a little bit, maybe analyzing things. I definitely feel like you're guarded at this time. You're not, I said that before, right? You're not going to be giving anything away. I said you're going to be taking everything in. Look what this person's doing. They're literally holding everything to them and thinking, right? They're in deep contemplation at this time, okay? I think that's what you're going to do. I think you're going to take your time here. Okay, this is all about indecision. All right, I've taken it in, but this is all about indecision here. Um, Delays as well. Okay, you may come across, I don't know what happened. Depending on what happened here, I mean, there could also be some kind of disinterest here in even talking to this person here, but I feel like it's more so delay. Maybe this person may even want to meet you or something, but I feel like that, yeah, they could want to meet you. All right. This could have been a friend, by the way. This could also be a friend that has a really, really deep feelings, really deep love for you as well. Maybe, okay, with this card here, you could be away with friends or something like that when this starts to come in, or when someone finally reaches out or wants to see your shoot. They could show up here in this particular, I'm telling you, look. Woo. I think you're just going to sit there, take it all in, not know potentially what to do with this kind of truth, that somebody is bringing towards you. You're obviously being quite intelligent here, all right? You very, very clear boundaries, all right? Very direct communication. You also are not going to be very emotional in this situation. I think you're going to be scrutinizing everything, trying to piece things maybe together, or maybe allowing this to clear for you. Yeah, look at this. Yeah. Oh. So you might be looking at this for, that's interesting because you're the Empress upright. You may be looking at this person as being very reckless with you. Maybe they come in and they have some kind of big ego, or maybe they're trying to overcompensate because, they come in maybe expecting something, which is wrong anyway. I can already see they're terrified, so I can't really see that. But and because you are indecisive, or you're delaying things, even delaying seeing them is what I just got, delaying seeing them in some way, shape, or form when they clearly want some kind of reconciliation here. You may just not be about it at all. You might see this person flare up a little bit, right? I don't know if they have a big ego here, but there could definitely be some kind of power struggles here between the two of you. Let's keep going. Yeah, but they're going to bare their soul. I mean, I got to be honest with you, you got so many freaking cups out here. This person's going to, they want to show you that they're devoted, okay, that they are balanced now, that they're compassionate. By the way, that's your last king as well. They're compassionate as well. supportive, right? You definitely feel like this person has been very reckless with you and with your heart here. I mean, this could definitely tell me that you will be okay with renewal, but what I'm really feeling is whatever is told to you, although it's bringing you clarity, I think you're going to have to chill with it for a while. Okay, you got a Four Swords energy here. You need to kick back, you know. I think in solitude, gather your thoughts, okay? Again, I think this is going to be freaking shocking. You are definitely going to feel protective of yourself, but I also feel like there may be a sense of relief. I don't know why, maybe because you feel like you know it, but something about you may actually be questioning, but do I know it all? You know, or did they give me their version of what happened here? Okay, I don't know why I just heard somebody might be bringing receipts. No idea what that's about. I don't know how you have receipts for this unless they are actually paying for or paying someone here. You're going to want to be in solitude here to gather your thoughts for sure. Okay. Yeah, so maybe you just need to relax for a little bit and really think things through here before you can make any kind of decision here. I do think you're going to have, I just split the deck on a 7. I do think that you are going to want to not only defend your position here, but really stand your ground with this person, okay? Whatever that means. Maybe you have plenty to say about what went on. Maybe you have plenty to say. You know, that's the thing about them kind of being reckless. Maybe you just think that they're being reckless here, but I feel like their ego may kick up a little bit too, because they've been through some stuff too. But honestly, you didn't, I don't feel like you put them through this stuff. I feel like you had walked away from something, and whatever they have gotten into here or whatever they were involved in here has what's kind of kept their stuff going. Yeah, this person is watching you though. They're watching you now for whatever reason. Golly, they're just obsessed as the other person here. They're watching you now here. All right. Um, yeah, I think they feel very, very attached to you and someone. There's some kind of obsession here. Look at this. I said somebody wants to go towards an earth angel, a temperance angel, and now we see it coming out again. Somebody's obsessed here. They're watching you, I'm telling you. I'm going to say this to you too. I feel like this person, whoever this is, I hate to say this guy. Look. Oh my God. Go back up to these cards. My first line of cards because, or maybe it was my second. It was the second line of cards because I had these same cards tonight. So you're basically getting duplicate cards. This person is watching you very obsessed here. They see that you're very balanced, you're harmonious, you've healed, okay? They need to heal, is what I feel. Whatever they've been going through. I think they are in a really fucked up situation. Excuse my French, I do. Now, I'm a very strong person. I always say things. You'll always hear me say things, okay, like, why can't you get out of it? Because I get out of anything that I've always wanted to. However, I don't know what this is about. I don't know what the limitations are. I don't know if it's just money. Maybe they don't have the money to travel or to get around something. Maybe they have these assets together. I feel like a lot, I don't even feel like it's at stake. I think it's more like, how can I do this, you know? Because maybe they have all this love in their heart, all this, you know, maybe they're getting clarity in some way about their emotions. They definitely have a lot of emotions for you, but they feel like, but how can I go right now? How can I go? I don't have anything to offer. That's what I feel. I don't have anything to offer because I've had some kind of fall here from grace in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, this is sad. So, yeah, they also have some kind of obsession about this whole situation right here. They're watching you closely here, wanting to communicate here, wanting to bring some kind of peace and calm to a situation, you know. Yeah, and maybe even show, yeah, maybe even, you know, offer some kind of cup of love here. This could be a proposal, spiritual intimacy in some way, an emotional awakening this person could be happening here or having here. Yeah. Look what the next card is. Leaving home. Leaving home. I'm telling you, they don't feel supported. They would have to leave home to come here, maybe to do, well, of course they would, to do all of this, wherever it is that they're living. I feel like there's another person living there as well. I don't know if this person wants to move in with you as well, or maybe you might want to move in with them. Look at this. I'm telling you, this is coming out of nowhere. And here you are, High Priestess. This is coming out of nowhere, and it's being hidden. This is coming through so strongly. And like, I had to get on top of this tonight because it's about to happen. Okay, this is about to happen. And you may find someone reaching out to you very unexpectedly, or even showing up for you. I guess if there's somewhere where they can actually do that there, it's going to cause, this is going to be a huge freaking shock. Whatever happens, whatever you hear, okay, you're going to be sitting in your power, just kind of taking it all in, is what I feel here. And you are in your power. And whatever is happening here is going to allow you to really fully put a death to whatever this energy is that maybe has been afflicted you, or maybe you haven't fully detached from in the past, okay? And actually transmute things into a very possible, or very positive kind of direction. I really think you're already doing that, but maybe this could also be about a transmutation of the energy between two people as well. I don't know where you're going to end out. I can clearly see what their obsession is, and it is definitely about how to make this work. You know, they're going to have to leave home. They might feel unstable in some sense, unsupported, and they don't know what you're going to do here, because you're not giving anything away, and you may not give anything away when they're sitting in front of you. I got that 3 times literally. So very, very interesting reading tonight, guys. Hopefully it will make sense to some of y'all. I'm gonna get, what do I want to get here? I think I'll get, let's see if this provides any guide. I know I'm already in an hour. I'm sorry, but energy is still going for some reason. So let's see. Count your chickens. Well, there's a saying, don't count your chickens before they hatch. And although that says count your chickens, I'm going to say don't count your chickens before they hatch. I don't think you are. I just don't think you are. Okay, you're a High Priestess in your energy twice here. You could be a person that stays at home. You could work from home. You can enjoy being at home in your solitude quite a bit here. Maybe this is Spirit's way of also telling you, hey, maybe you want to get out of your home a little bit more and do some stuff here. But I think for some of you guys, even your money, I feel like, is even made at home in some way. Whatever it is that you're doing doesn't have to be, but I definitely get that here. It looks like you're coming into a time where you just have the Midas touch. You could already have that, okay? Everything you touch turns to gold, right? So this is going to be a very, very fruitful time for you. I think this extra headache and all of this nasty energy and whatever this was over here that was trying to come, you know, and potentially create chaos in your life is going to be illuminated. I feel it. I feel it so strongly here. It's coming. I'm telling you, this is happening. And I feel like it's happening very, very, very soon here. I'm not even going to get archetypes. I'm so, I really want to, but I'm not going to do that because I know that's me. That's not Spirit. So let me see. I'm going to get some final words here, and let's just shut this out. Let's do something positive, Spirit, for the collective. I think they've already seen all the bad. Let's give them something good. Well, the Midas touch is good. And maybe this coming forward will be good too. Maybe this will be positive. Worth. You're being asked to honor your worth. It can be easy to feel that we aren't good enough or worthy of happiness. This simply isn't the case. However, you are worthy. Okay, you have inherent value. It's time to cherish yourself and see your true worth. Absolutely. I think you do. Like I said, you come up in High Priestess a couple times. You're obviously, other people clearly see your worth. We have the Temperance Angel coming out twice. We have an Empress energy coming out. We have the High Priestess coming out for you twice in the upright. So, I mean, other people absolutely see your worth, and hopefully you see your worth as well. This may be a time where you really have to assert that, though, because someone coming back in like that, especially if this is like an old flame or someone even that was a friend that you feel very, very connected with, it may challenge some of your beliefs or some of the things that you believed here. So I think you're right to hold everything in and just evaluate. Abundance. You're being asked to open to abundance. Well, yeah, because you have the Midas touch here. You're about to get a lot of it. To believe that you're deserving of it and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step towards receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it's on its way. Okay. I don't know what's happening tomorrow. That seems to be significant for some reason. What is that? Tomorrow's Wednesday. What's the date? The 11th, maybe? I don't remember. Okay. Speak up. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? Wow. Okay. You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. Okay. So maybe that is why this person seems a little tyrannical, because maybe you're not going to respond the way that they want you to. Here's that timing card again. I do feel like this was something that needed to come back around. Maybe you just needed closure on this situation. Maybe you needed to go, damn, I was right the whole time. Or I don't really think that's necessary, but wow, my thoughts or my feelings was right about this situation. Um, but there seems to be a heart connection here. So maybe it will make you feel better to also know, okay, well, I feel like you might have told this person. That's weird. That just came out. Maybe you told this person about something that was happening as well here. Look at this. Break free. You're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it's very necessary. If you're going to share your true self with others, be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. Absolutely. And have faith. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay, yet still you must do exactly that, because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. As I stated before, you definitely have High Priestess energy here. Some of that is just something that's coming very shocking, that's going to kind of blow your doors off a little bit. Okay, you're not going to see it coming. But the other one is definitely about how you've evolved. I think you do have a lot of faith. I think you do commune a lot here with Source. And I think that is going to help you exponentially to get through this. Okay. And it may actually give you the closure, okay, maybe that you've needed if you don't choose to deal with this. I don't see anything indicating that you will. Honestly, what I see is you stepping back and pausing and just taking it all in. Okay. And maybe that's hidden as well. Maybe it's the spirit's way of saying, yeah, that's as far as we need to go. And the collective needs to decide what they'll go when they're hit with it. Okay. That is what I have for you guys. I hope you're doing wonderful, wonderful this evening. I will see you guys very soon. Have a great night. Bye, guys.